Waiting to get in the store for a minute here. What I wanted to talk about today was just some like spiritual stuff. This I might rename what I believe part 2, because there's a lot that I believe in, regardless if anybody else believes in it or not. Hey, they're closed right now. I think they're on a break. They'll be back in about 15. Anyways, common sense is what I'm going to start with. All right. Common sense is basically. What's up? You need to get gas? No, I don't work here. I'm waiting to get in. They should be getting back any minute. You don't gotta pay at the pump type card? Oh, okay. We'll give it a few minutes here. Here we're gonna start the show. Welcome back to Open Mind Productions. Cognizant Sapience means cryptic wisdom. And what we were going to talk about first was common sense. That's basically, I'll break it down to you. You're hanging with a group of buddies, and they all decide to go pee on an old man's fence that's right over here, right? Over to there. And in your heart, you know that it's wrong, right? And so what you do is you tell the people you're not interested in, peeing on that old man's fence. And so they're peer pressuring you, and they're trying to get you to do it anyway, and you know that it's wrong. That's common sense. It's when you get that feeling that something is definitely wrong about it. You know what I'm saying? And so most people know right from wrong already if they're brought up right. And common sense kind of goes in with your morality too. You're not gonna do something that's harmful to another person. That's immoral, right? You wouldn't do something to somebody else that you wouldn't want them doing to you either. because it's wrong. It's unhealthy behavior. And when we exhibit these types of behaviors, we have to really look at ourselves, and be aware of our own actions. It's very important. And right now, I'm waiting for 10 more minutes for the store to open up. And so common sense says I should sit right here on the outside of the store and wait instead of going all the way back to where my truck is. And I just sit here and I wait. This is going to be kind of a short video. It's not going to be that long, but I can't get my phone right here. There, I'm all crooked. So we can move on to the morale of, the morals, which is also tied in with common sense. If it's morally right and morally wrong, it's like, okay, say you're, I'm going to use myself as an example. Say I'm a bachelor most of my life, right? I'm not used to having one person in my life at a time, right? I've never lived like this. I'm just setting this as an example, okay? I've never been somebody that jumps from partner to partner. It's immoral, all right? It's a low sense of self-respect, all right? There's a lot of things that tie into this, all right? We go from morals, like, okay, I'm a bachelor. Hi, my name is Christopher, right? I'm a bachelor. I don't have a girlfriend for very long, at very long of times. And so I live alone and I work my job and I have a studio apartment or whatever it may be. And being that I'm not used to having, let's say, a significant in my life all the time, I don't know exactly how to handle certain situations. All right. So, being said, when morals come into play, so say I did meet some really awesome woman, right? And we're getting along. We hit it off real good. There's a lot of chemistry. We're getting along really good. We make each other laugh. We make each other happy. There's definitely fire in each other's eyes for one for one another. And I totally like devote myself to this woman, right? Well, along down the line, everything's still going good. We still get along. It's still great. And I happen to get distracted with my work or something, and I see another gorgeous, beautiful woman walk by me, and the single bachelor in me wants to look and act on those impulses of attraction, you know, and beings that's usually what human nature would be, right? But we've domesticated and sophisticated ourselves since those days. You know, we're not wild animals anymore running around, breeding with anything that looks good. You know, that's where we've learned morals. We've learned our moral code that when you devote yourself to somebody, you're with that one person and that one person only until you decide what it may be. It better be a good reason. You know, I'm bored isn't really a good reason. Okay, that's immoral, especially if you don't talk to your partner beforehand. Before making decisions on your own, because a relationship is a two-way street. All right, it is both people putting in 100% effort to make it a 200% bond. All right, so I'm putting in all that I can, all that I'm capable of, doing my very, very best. They are putting in their all, everything they are capable of, their very, very best. All right. And they get so caught up in their daily routines and their daily lives and what's comfortable They've forgotten about what it is that was right in front of them this whole time and has never left. And you can guarantee that if one of these people feels that way, then the other person has definitely got to feel that way too. If you are bored with your relationship, you can guarantee your partner is bored with the relationship too. That does not mean to break up with each other. What can you think of that you can do together that would break the boredom? All right. It's not a big deal to be bored. All right. You have to occupy yourself. Are you happy with the person you're with? Do they don't make you mad, right? They don't completely sabotage your life. They don't make you feel miserable. They don't, constantly put you down or anything. You guys get along great. There's chemistry even through the bad stuff. There's chemistry. There's a strong bond of love, real love, right? And with something that great of love that you can possibly muster up and show your partner how much you love them, you have to be adamant about it. Doesn't matter if we're bored. Let's find something to do together. You know, whether you're wrapped up in a project that you have a lot of pride in, or you take it passionately and it makes you happy. It brings a smile to your face to be able to be good at something, right? Even if it's being good at something by yourself, you are what matters. All right. If you are bringing yourself happiness by doing things that you enjoy doing, whether it's alone or in a group of people, I'm not talking about immoral things, like we're not talking about orgies and stuff here. We're talking about innocent actions, innocent projects, or innocent uh, activities. That's the word I was looking for, where you can perform these activities with children. It is so clean. All right. There's no dirtiness about it at all. And it brings you happiness. Like what I'm doing right now, this brings me happiness. All right. It makes me happy and feeds my soul the the proper sustenance that it needs to evolve. All right. The more you speak the words, the further you develop. And the more you speak the words, the more that you are going to lift yourself up out of your own slump. All right. And it's not that hard. It isn't. The biggest cure to depression is becoming more active. All right. Start doing more things. Think, write down a list. What is it that you like to do in your free time that is innocent? Take a walk, right? Go to the park, go on the swings for a while. I do it still. I'm 40 years old. I go and swing at the park. No big deal. It's harmless. Uh, write in a journal, right? Um, start a podcast. Start video blogging like I do, and sharing it with the world, because you never know. There's 7.8 billion people on this planet. There's got to be one of those 7.8 billion people that feels and thinks the same way you do. I guarantee it. There's probably a good 250,000 people that have the same exact views that you have. And that's something to be proud of, because, we are a dying breed. No matter how many people can stomp on you or, make you feel bad, just remember that there's always a solution to every problem. And it's right in front of our faces. It's right in front of your faces most of the time. You just gotta sense it. You gotta feel it. You gotta look for it. But don't go like out of your way and start being like Sherlock Holmes and just investigating everything, right? It's not what I'm talking about of looking for signs. What I mean by looking for signs is, things that are coincidental or synchronizations. Say you're talking about something and somebody comes up out of the blue and tells you something that you were just talking about, but this person was nowhere near you, but somehow they came out of the woodwork somewhere. Say they were way down the street and you and your friend were just standing here like this, just standing here talking quietly amongst yourselves. And you see the guy way down there, right? Way down the street. And there's no possible way he heard you talking about this stuff. But as he approaches the store where you're sitting, he says something that goes right in hand with what you were just talking about so quietly with your friend, right? Okay. That is a synchronization. That is the universe telling you you're on the right track. You know how many times I've gotten this while I've been making podcasts? I get people coming to me all the time out on the street or whatever, telling me that there's something about me that reminds them of somebody else. And I don't know how to handle that. I was like, I don't want to let it get me in the head. Oh, I'm onto something, get all inflated. No, I'm not going to get inflated. Egotistically inflated. No. One thing you will hardly ever see from me is a dark, egotistical side. I tend to keep myself in check very well. Um, the only time I, act out is when people are intentionally, you know, lying to me or whatever they are, you know, anyone, anyone. I mean, any intelligent person is going to know when they are being tricked or swindled. I just had somebody get a hold of me through Google, where my business page is, and they have started to um, hit me up off of my business page, wanting to offer me deals. And the most popular one was today. It was Publishers Clearinghouse, and if I know that place well enough, they're not going to ask you for all your information. Okay. And this is where common sense comes into play again. Now, check it out. All right. My mother deals with Publishers Clearinghouse. All right. And they've always told her, hey, you're a winner. You're a winner. You won so much money. But guess what? She opens the envelope and there's nothing there but more bullcrap to order from them. There's, oh, send us $5 and you'll be entered into the giveaway, into the drawing. And that's what happened today. They didn't want money, but they wanted my full name, last name, address, employment, what I do for work, where I live, what city, state, zip code, phone number, email address. I'm like, no. I told them straight up, you guys must think you're messing with an amateur. I know for a fact you don't need all that information. You just need to know my name and where to bring my check. And I told them, so get on, scammer. I was like, beat it. you know, go fool somebody else. I'm not dealing with it. And they didn't go away. They kept trying and trying. And I even told them, look, I'm going to report this phone number. And I did. I'm not playing games like that. People have been trying to scam me for so long. It's sickening. I'm about pooped. I have to, well, the store's open now. It's 1:34. My hands are freezing. It's cold outside. And there's not really much left that I can truly do right now. I just wanted to jump on, let people know I'm alive. So until next time, we will, oh, it's still locked. We will talk to y'all later. Hopefully I have something a little more exciting to talk about. It's for like 5 more minutes. They'll be closed. Yeah, for 5 more minutes. Have a great day, everybody.